The office rental agreement. What is an office rental agreement? An office rental agreement is a document where the tenant agrees to pay rent to be able to use the landlord's office for their business purposes, and the landlord agrees to let the tenant do it in exchange for the rent. Such agreements commonly entitle the tenants to use office space to provide attorney, accountant, real estate, informational, and other services. What are the types of office rental agreements? Depending on the purposes of a tenant, they can enter into one of the following agreements. A gross payment lease. It states that the landlord pays all the expenses related to the rent, such as common area maintenance, real estate taxes, and property insurance. The tenant is paying only for utilities. A triple net lease. It makes the tenant deal with business-related expenses themselves, along with utility charges. A modified lease. In such a document, parties specify their own terms of sharing business-related expenses. A co-working lease. All the expenses, including utilities, are covered by the landlord. The document helps parties lawfully set rights and obligations that should be duly followed. If one of the parties breaches the terms of the office lease, the other party will have legal grounds to make the guilty party liable. To add more legal validity to the document, it is always recommended to notarize it. What should an office rental agreement include? Here are some important details that should be included in the document. Start and end dates, information about the parties, address of the rented property, the purpose of rent, amount of the security deposit, base rent, periodicity, and method of rent payments, utility responsibilities and additional services, if any, provision about lease renewal, provision about changes to the property, rights and obligations of the parties, terms of eviction and termination, late fee penalties, parking and visitor policies, disclosures required by the state, and signatures of the parties. If you need a document written according to all requirements of your state, use our step-by-step document builder.